What do you say, friends and fellow collectors? Andy Drifter here. Got myself a blaster box of 2024 Topps Big League Baseball. We were enduring a heat wave here on the East Coast, but today it's very pleasant. It's in the mid-70s. Here we go. Reese Olson, Salvador Perez. He's among the leaders in batting average in the American League. Royals, though, at one time they were 10-11 games above 500. I think they are now 5 games above 500. Still playing really well, all in all, and they are in the second wild card spot at the moment. Yainer Diaz, Mason Wynn. He's among the league leaders in batting average in the National League. He's gunning for that Rookie of the Year award. The Cardinals, they've been playing some good baseball as of late. Jonathan Ornelas, Evan Carter, still injured, was batting below the Mendoza line at the time of his injury. Andrew McCutchen. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze. Didn't want to do that while I was recording. Andrew McCutchen currently has 10 home runs on the season. He's on a 1-year deal with the Pirates. I hope he finishes out his career in Pittsburgh. They just love him there. And Gold Glove winner Jeremy Pena, he's got 5 home runs on the season. Batting average is .280. Liam Hendricks, Gavin Williams, Aaron Judge. You know, last week he was drilled on the hand. Had to miss 2 games, but upon his return, he picked up right where he left off, still leading the majors in OPS and home runs. Vladdy Jr., I believe he's in the top 15 in terms of batting average. Will he or won't he be traded come the trade deadline? We shall see. Gary Sanchez. Got here Manny Machado. That is a blue refractor. Very nice. Padres, I do believe they occupy that last wild card spot at the moment. And a lot of firepower in that lineup. You know, Machado, a couple of years ago, he was runner-up to the MVP award. He's a Gold Glove winner. But he's chasing that ring, which has eluded him all throughout his career. Noelvi Marte and Zach Gallen. Quick little story about Manny Machado. I want to say it was 2018. I went to Orioles Fan Fest. At the time, he was with the Orioles, of course, and you could buy a ticket to get autographs. It'd be 3 players at a table. It was a mishmash of current and former players, and I got a ticket. Machado was supposed to be seated at the table that I got a ticket to, but he was a no-show, which, from my understanding, was pretty typical of his behavior. Sal Frelick. Adjust my phone there. Brew Crew, they have been in first place pretty much all throughout the season. To the moon, Rafael Devers. Last year had his 3rd career 30 home run, 100 RBI season. He's looking to do the same again. Red Sox, hottest team in the American League at the moment. Isaiah Campbell, Jordan Adams, Sean Murphy, all-star catcher, started his career with the Athletics. Yu Darvish, Michael Lorenzen, and Zach Geloff. Christopher Morel, you know, the batting average is dismal, but the power numbers are pretty impressive. He's among the league leaders in home runs in the National League. Christian Encarnacion Strand, Ezequiel Tovar, Jorge Polanco, Brian Reynolds, Junior Caminero. We got another Machado. And Spencer Steer, who last year was a top 10 finalist in Rookie of the Year voting, or a top 10 finish, I should say. Oscar Colas. Walker Buehler, he's a 2-time All-Star. Shohei Ohtani, now leading the National League in batting average and home runs. He's actually leading the majors in batting average. He's on a hot streak. And statistically, you would think he is a front-runner for the MVP award, but keep in mind that no DH has ever won the MVP. There have been 2 runner-up finishes. Paul Molitor and Big Papi, they had number 2 finishes in MVP voting. And the fact that Marcell Ozuna is also having an impressive season, and he too is a DH. So those 2 might cancel each other out. But Ohtani, he's a whole different animal in terms of the eyes of the voters and the fans. So we shall see. But I'm glad to see he's doing well, and he's on a winning team. Sal Frelick, once again, first-round draft pick. Max Scherzer, who should be returning to the mound sooner than later, from my understanding. Davis Schneider, Brandon Nimmo, he's been hitting better as of late. He's in double digits as far as home runs. The Mets, hottest team in the National League. And Nimmo, before the start of last year, he signed an extension to stay with the Mets. Had the pleasure of meeting him in 2018. This was a free signing at Modell's. One of the nicest guys you ever want to meet. This is Randy Arozarena. He's got some nice power numbers. The batting average is still under the Mendoza line. And will he be a Ray come the trade deadline? And Nico Horner. Had the pleasure of meeting him last year. I think it was last year. There is footage of that autograph signing in my shorts section. He is a Gold Glove winner. Heimer Candelario, Tristan Cassis, Heston Kjerstad, Tony Kemp, Tyler Glasnow. To the moon with J-Rod. 7 home runs on the season. Last year did the 30-30. Before that, he did the 2020 Rookie of the Year, 2-time All-Star. I don't see him making the All-Star team this year. You know, every team has to have at least one representative. Maybe Cal Raleigh. Mariners, they've got a really weak offense. Nonetheless, they are in first place. Brent Rooker. Slade Ciccone, Victor Medeiros, Andrew Benintendi, Ronnie Mauricio, Owen White, Jared Kelenic, Screech, mascot for the Nats. You know, the Nats, they're not far removed from that last wild card spot. They are approaching 500. And who knows, they could be like last year's Marlins. Gunnar Henderson. Could he be the third player in Orioles history to get 50 home runs? He's almost halfway there. Chris Davis and Brady Anderson are the only members of the 50 home run club in Orioles history. Gunnar, very popular amongst collectors, and rightfully so. Mitch Keller, Emmett Sheehan, Framber Valdez, Brendan Doyle, Curtis Mead, Joey Weimer. Oh, this must be the Sal Frelick box. Got another Sal Frelick. Very nice. Michael Harris, and up. All my cards are blowing away. Want to keep the show moving. Great looking cards, but not much in the way of value. But I'm just going to give these cards away anyway. Emmanuel Clase, I believe he's leading the American League in saves. Alexis Diaz, Bobby Witt Jr. He's leading the American League in batting average, runs scored. He's among the league leaders in many other categories as well. Very much in that MVP conversation. Alec Bohm, among the league leaders in doubles and batting average in the National League. Big reason why my Phillies still have the best record in baseball. Josh Hader, Jock Peterson. To the moon with Matt Olson, last year's home run champ. 54 home runs this year. I don't know, he's projected to maybe get 25 if he's lucky. You know, players, they could heat up. And Max Muncy. Final pack. Devin Williams. Jordan Wicks. Mike Trout. Jose Soriano. Alec Thomas. Wilson Contreras. Jonah Heim. George Springer. All-Star World Series winner Henry Davis, who has now been, well, no, started off rocky, was demoted, called back up. I don't know what he's doing, but it might be time to start using the B word in reference to Henry Davis as bust. Number 1 overall draft pick from a couple of years ago, and not hitting very well, to say the least. And we finish off with Devin Williams. So that is it for this Big League Rip. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. Have yourselves a wonderful week.